Let's talk about some super easy digital product ideas that are going to have a spike in sales for the fall season. So these are products that you can get listed into your Etsy shop that are going to spike in sales for October, November, December, and possibly like the beginning of January. So let's hop into eRank where I do all of my product research, and I'm going to share with you how I find these ideas and how I know what's going to sell really well in different months throughout the year. Digital product idea number one is a prayer board kit, and these are doing really well right now. So whenever I'm looking for seasonal products, I mostly look over here at the search trends because it's going to share with you how many people are searching for this product in different months throughout the year. And so we can see here that the search trend in January of 2024, this got over 2,000 searches. So based on this data, we are just going to assume that it'll do well again in January. And so we can see here that it really starts to spike October, November, December, and then it really spikes in January, and then it just starts going back down, but it still does really well. So you can see here that the average searches are about 1,100 searches per month, which is really good. I like to have more than 300 searches per month on my products. And then for my competition, you can see here it's super low, only 500 for the competition score. And so I like to keep the competition under 20,000. So this is way under that competition level. So that means not many people are making this prayer board kit at all. So this would be a great opportunity for you to get in and dominate this space. So let's go over to Etsy, and we can see here that we have, so I always skip past the ads because I do not run ads. So I like to see what products are selling well on their own without people paying for them to be sold. And so these are the regular products that do not have ads to them. You can see here they're all digital downloads and popular now, bestseller, bestseller. So this one's bestseller, bestseller. And so this is a great sign that this is a good product idea because there are multiple bestseller or popular noun products on the first page of Etsy search results, and the competition is super low. So definitely consider this if you are in the faith niche. And then another variation of this that is still included with product idea number one would be verse mapping. So let me type that in. Okay, so we can see verse mapping is still really well, so over 1,200 searches per month, and this is an average over 12 months. So about 1,200 searches per month. The competition is still super low with only 1,400, and we could see here that it did really spike in June, and it's kind of stabilizing, but it's still getting over 1,000 searches per month. So with this trend, we could just figure out that it's going to continue. So that is a great sign when it's just stable like this, because if you have this in your Etsy shop, this means that you could probably make sales of this every single day, which is ideal. So let's type in verse mapping into Etsy and see what we get. So when I scroll down here past the ads, you can see here we have multiple bestsellers again, and there's not many options for this product. Like you could come in here, like these all seem pretty basic, like no one's like really killing this space right now. So verse mapping and the prayer board kit are definitely ideas that you'll want to jump on really soon because the competition is super low and they're having a lot of high searches. Digital product idea number two is vision board printables. And you can see the name that I have typed in here. This is what you are going to want to target. So this will be the very first part of your product title. You'll want to make sure you have vision board printables as a tag, or some variation. This might be too long to have as one tag, but as long as you have like vision board and printables as tags, then Etsy's smart enough to know that they can put these together. And then you'll also want to make sure you use vision board printables in the very first sentence of your product description. So that way Etsy and Google can rank you higher up in search results because they know exactly what your product is. So we can see here that this gets about 1,400 searches per month. The competition is still under the 20,000 mark. There's only 8,000 as the competition. And this spikes dramatically in December. So you are going to get a ton of sales in December for this product. But then you can see it does kind of like start going down and down and down. But then you can expect it to spike again. So it starts to spike again in August. And then you can see, so that's how you can expect your sales to be. So this is the search trend. And so the more searches there are, the more people are going to be buying this product. So December is going to be the month for vision board printables. to spike. And so we can go over here and look on Etsy and just see what is happening over here. So there's vision board bundles, manifestation things. And so I would just look at this like this vision board planner here. So I would just look and see what's already selling. I definitely would pay attention to the ones that have the bestseller badge or the popular noun badge and see how I can make my own version of these products because this is obviously what people want. So I would just figure out how I can put my own spin on these products that are already selling really well. Okay, digital product idea number 3 is going to be Christmas trivia. And so, of course, the searches are going to be lower because this is a 12-month average, and most people are only searching for Christmas stuff when it's close to Christmas. So don't expect sales of this all throughout the year. But when we look over here, you can see that there's over 5,000 searches in the month of December alone. And in November, there's over 1,000 searches. So that you're going to start selling more of this in November, and then your sales are really going to spike in December. And then they're going to die down, of course, after Christmas because people aren't going to be looking for Christmas trivia after Christmas has passed. And the competition here is super low, under the 20,000 mark. So only 4,000 for the competition. So this will be an easy product for you to stand out with and get listed in your Etsy shop. So if we go over here to Etsy, we can see here that some of them are already bestseller, popular now. And it's barely even fall, like it just turned fall. So when it gets closer to Christmas, most of these are gonna have the bestseller badge or the popular noun badge. So I would definitely I've already been listing Christmas products in my shop because as you can see, people are already starting to buy them. So I would definitely get started with your holiday things, Christmas, Thanksgiving, and another one is Thanksgiving trivia. So these don't have bestseller badges yet, but they will. And so I would just look on here and see what people are selling and how I can make mine different or better. And so that my product stands out because that's the name of the game on Etsy. You want to take what's already selling, give people what they want, but just make it better or make it different, either one. So that is what you're going to do here. So either Thanksgiving trivia or Christmas trivia are both going to be selling really well when it gets closer to those holidays. Digital product number 4 is going to be a Friendsgiving invitation. So instead of Thanksgiving, people will sometimes have Friendsgiving where they just gather their friends together. Maybe they just don't live near their family. They don't want to hang out with their family. So they'll have a Friendsgiving. And so this is going to be an invitation for Friendsgiving. And we can see here the searches, even though this is a very seasonal product, like people are only going to be doing this like around Thanksgiving time, it still has a lot of searches over the 12-month span whenever they divide that number out among 12 months. So it still has quite a few searches. The competition is still super low under the 20,000 mark. And you can see here it starts to spike in September, October, even more. So pretty almost like doubles in searches almost for October. November, we go up again, and that's when it really spikes. So November is over 5,000. And so in the US, we have Thanksgiving in November, so that would make sense why it would spike because a lot of Etsy shoppers are in the US. So that's why it would make sense that it would spike in November. And then, of course, it dies down in December and through the rest of the year until it's almost Thanksgiving again and people start buying this product again. So if we go over here to Etsy, we can see here that some of them already have the popular noun badge. So you can see here, these look super simple to make and they all look different. So that's what I'd say, just put your own little spin on things. So like this one is very elegant looking. This one is more like millennial Gen Z, like thankful AF. So it's more fun. This one looks pretty elegant as well. So just put your own spin on it, like make it fun. Make sure you're pricing it. So this one would probably sell more because this one's $1.25. This one's $1.53. If they made theirs $1, it'd probably be a bestseller too, or have the popular noun badge. But it's like, why would I spend $4 when I can get these other ones that look really nice for $1? So if they lowered their price here, they'd probably sell a lot more and probably make way more than they're making selling it at $4.50. So keep that in mind when you're pricing your products too. So Friendsgiving invitation is going to be product idea number 4. Okay, so let's move into product idea number 5, and that is going to be a Thanksgiving menu. And we can see here, no sales and a huge spike in sales in November, which makes sense because that's when we celebrate Thanksgiving in the US. So we're going to have a huge spike in sales in November, and then the sales are going to die down again. So competition super low. a little over 2,000, which is way under the 20,000 mark that I like to stay under. And we could see here, I don't really care too much about these average searches. I'm really just looking at the search trend to see what I can expect in sales for the upcoming months. So I'm really paying attention to sales that spike in October, November, and December. So those are the products that I really want to get listed because that's when I want to make my sales for the fall. So you're gonna get over 4,000 searches in November alone. So Thanksgiving menus are going to spike in sales for November. And we can see over here that these look super simple to make. Like it's just one page. Definitely make this editable. So it should be a template. So either using something like Cordial or Canva, have some way for them to be able to edit this so they can put their own personal information in there. But this is super simple to make. It's just one page. So that'll be easy for you to get listed into your Etsy shop. Digital product idea number 6 is a letter from Santa. And we can see here that it gets on average over 2,600 searches per month. So that's an average, which of course, most of the searches are going to come in around Christmas time. So November is really when this is going to spike. So over 16,000 searches in November alone. And then December is over 9,000 searches. So you're going to start seeing an uptick in sales starting in September, and it's going to creep on up until it really maxes out at November. Sales are going to start slowing down in December, but you're still probably going to get a good chunk of sales in December, and then you're just going to probably go to zero sales. But every year, the good thing about Etsy is that every year you can expect this spike. And so because people are going to be searching the same things pretty much every single year, like every year we know Christmas is happening on December 25th. So we're going to start searching for things related to Christmas starting around September is when people start looking. Like you can see there's already Christmas stuff that is selling that's already popular now. So people start searching for Christmas stuff around September, and it's really going to spike in like November, December. So definitely start getting your Christmas items listed. So let's look up Letter from Santa on Etsy. So over here on Etsy, we can see, look, some are already popular now. Like people are already searching for Christmas items. So we can see here that these are editable. So this is a template you can edit in Canva. Looks 2 pages, super simple, and they have it all nice and like how they have the envelope and everything like that. So I would definitely see how I can make mine look a little different. So like this one looks really vintage. This one looks, like pretty original, like you would expect a Christmas letter to look. This one looks nice. So just make yours look a little bit different than these so that it stands out, because that's one of the really big mistakes I see people make is that they just see what's on here and they like try to duplicate the exact product and wonder why they're not making any sales. So definitely make yours look different than the ones already on here, because if this is already on here and someone doesn't want this exact version, they want multiple options. Give people multiple options of what's on here already, of what's already selling, and make yours look a little different. Okay, let's move into product idea number 7, and that is going to be a budget spreadsheet. And we can see here this gets on average over 5,000 searches per month. The competition is almost at the 20,000 mark. So what you'll want to do with this one is make sure that you're niching down. So let's go over to Etsy first so you can see what I mean. So like instead of just a general budget template, like this one's a monthly budget that you can use on Google Sheets. This one's a paycheck budget that you can use. So just make sure, and then I see, yeah, couples bundle. So just try to make yours look a little different. So like a couples budget, a grocery budget, like things like that, so that it's just not a general budget spreadsheet. So I would niche this down because you're going to make so much more sales when people know that your product is exactly for them. So try to niche this down, like I say, like a paycheck, like a bi-weekly. So sometimes people get paid like every other week. Sometimes people get paid once a week. Sometimes people get paid once a month. So I would make specific budget spreadsheets for different types of pay periods. And then you're going to get like most of those sales, because it's not just a general spreadsheet that people are like, well, I get paid once a month. Is this going to work for me? If you have a monthly paycheck budget spreadsheet, then they'll have no question that that product is for them. So it's going to help you make more sales. So I would definitely niche this down. So let's go over to the search trends. So back on eRank, the search trends here. We could see the sales like all throughout the year. But your big spike is going to be around December and January when you're going to get over 10,000 searches in those months each month. So 10,000 searches in December, 11,000 searches in January, which makes sense. People are preparing for the new year. They want to be able to stick to their budget better, New Year's resolutions. So you can expect a huge surge in sales in December and January, but budget spreadsheets sell like all throughout the year. I have a budget planner in my shop and it sells all throughout the year. But I am expecting a big spike in sales for December and January. All right, digital product idea number 8 is Thanksgiving place cards. So we can see here these searches again starts in September. So people are starting to prepare for Thanksgiving and Christmas in September. So you're going to start getting sales in September, spike around October and November. And then December, of course, sales are going to drop off because Thanksgiving has passed. But you're going to get over 2,000 searches per month for October and November. So that should give you a pretty decent amount of sales. And your competition is still super low, under the 20,000 mark. It's only 3,000 for the competition. So it'll be much easier for you to stand out because this is less competitive. So Thanksgiving place card, let's go over here and see what we have on Etsy. So Thanksgiving, and of course, when it gets closer to Thanksgiving, you'll see popular now bestseller badges, but we're still super early, which is great because you have time to get your products listed so that you can start showing up. And so you can see here, these are like little cute things. Yeah, these are like, that's cute. But like you can do something super simple like this one. This one, I would definitely make it editable. So you can see these are pretty simple to make. Just make sure you're looking at the ones that say digital download. So like this one doesn't say digital download. So this is a physical item. So we don't want to try to create a physical item on accident thinking that it's a digital item. So make sure you're looking for digital download down here. But yeah, these are super simple to make. Just make sure it's editable in something like Cordial or Canva. All right, digital product idea number 9 is Secret Santa questionnaire. And we can look over here. Sales start again in September, huge spike in November. You're still going to get some sales in December, but you can expect this questionnaire to spike in November because people are going to be buying it in preparation so that they can get their Christmas gifts before December. So it's huge spike in November. And so that's what you can expect most of your sales to come in for this product. Competition super low, only 1,600. 20,000 is when it gets harder for you to stand out. So I always like to stay under that 20,000. The lower, the better for the competition because that means that it's going to be much easier for you to stand out and make some quick sales. So Secret Santa questionnaire, let's hop over to Etsy and we can see here that this is a one-page printable. Super simple to make. So this is going to be very easy for you to get listed into your Etsy shop. I mean, you could do this in like one afternoon. You could also use ChatGPT to come up with the questions, which ChatGPT is artificial intelligence. You could just put in there like, I'm creating a Secret Santa questionnaire for my Etsy shop. Can you give me some ideas of what I could put on my questionnaire? And ChatGPT will spit you back all of these ideas that you can use, and that way yours looks different from the ones that are already on here. So that's definitely what I would do if I was making this product, but this is super simple to make. Okay, so digital product idea number 10 is going to be a Christmas countdown. We can see here it's going to spike in October and November. So because people are going to be wanting to count down until Christmas, searches or the competition is super low, still around 12,000. So you can definitely still get found with this digital product idea. So let's hop over to Etsy. And we can see here, so this looks like a physical product, but you can see here a digital download. And these are SVGs. So if you're doing things like with a Cricut or something like that, then this is going to be right up your alley. So I would just click into these and you can see most of them now have the popular now or bestseller badges. So these are doing really well already. And so I would just, so yeah, ready file, SVG, PDF. So if this is your type of space, you know how to do SVGs, then I would definitely hop into this because it's still not very competitive. So it'll be easier for you to make sales. And I would just click into these and just see what they're offering and see how I can make mine different, how I can make it stand out. But if you're good with like SVGs, then I would definitely do a Christmas countdown. And digital product idea number 11 is an elf arrival letter. So we could see here very, very low competition. The searches spike in November, so over 2,000 searches in November, and you're still going to get at the beginning of December, I would assume, is when these searches, the 12,000 searches happen. But most of your sales are going to come in November, and you'll still get a few sales right before Christmas starts. But the elf arrival letter, if we hop over to Etsy, we can see it's super easy to make, just a one-page letter, or you can do more like this one where it's multiple pages. But super simple to write. You could have Chat GPT make this for you as like with the other product. And so you can definitely do this one page letter, editable in Canva. So most of these, yeah, they're like all editable in Canva. So this is super simple for you to make. And you can see if we're back over on eRank, over 2,000 searches in the month of November alone. So you're definitely going to have a spike in sales in November and the beginning of December. And so that's a quick and easy product for you to get made. ChatGPT can write the letter for you, and then just as an example letter, and then they can edit it, and the customer can edit it in Canva. So that's a super simple product for you to make. Okay, so those were 11 easy digital product ideas that are going to give you a spike in sales for the fall season. If you have any questions, let me know down below in the comments. You can always grab my free Etsy starter guide, which walks you through the steps that I took to make I think I have over 4,000 sales working like less than part-time on my Etsy shop. I've just really gotten really good at SEO, search engine optimization. So if you want to know more about that, grab my Etsy starter guide below, and I will see you on the next video.